this hour with China. Now, the trade war between the world's two largest economies continues to heat up, and it is getting really hot. And this is as the Trump administration threatens even more tariffs, and both sides seem intent on spinning the facts to their own benefit. That's kind of what we expect. But RT Sarah Montez de Oca joins us with no spin on the details. Sarah, please say we are seeing some sort of progress and truth coming out about why these negotiations broke down and we have a future to repair them.
Well, Scotty, it seems we're further away from a deal now than we were just weeks ago, and no side seems to be backing down. President Trump is threatening even more tariffs on another $300 billion worth of Chinese goods. In response, Chinese state media have issued a series of provocative statements and headlines accusing the U.S. of greed and arrogance and calling for a people's war against the U.S. In an editorial carried by Xinhua News Agency, the Chinese state media wrote, "The most important thing is that in the China-U.S. trade war, the U.S. side fights for greed and arrogance, and morale will break at any point. The Chinese side is fighting back to protect its legitimate interests." And on Tuesday, Trump defended his actions against China, repeating that the U.S. is in a very, very strong position.
So the economy is doing very well by every measure. We're having probably the greatest economy that we've had anywhere, anytime in the history of our country. We're having a little squabble with China because we've been treated very unfairly for many, many decades, for actually a long time. And it should have been handled a long time ago, and it wasn't, and we'll handle it now. I think it's going to turn out extremely well. We're in a very strong position.
Trump claims this trade war will impact China's economy much more than America's. But earlier today, China's foreign ministry said that their economy always maintains steady growth and shows some positive momentum. At the opening conference on Asian Civilizations Dialogue in Beijing, President Xi Jinping spoke out for the first time since the tariffs and urged countries to promote openness.
In the future, China will surely embrace the world with a more open attitude and contribute to the world with a more dynamic civilization. The people of Asia wish to avoid isolation and hope to build connections under the notion that all countries adhere to the spirit of openness in order to promote policy coordination, connectivity, unimpeded trade, financial integration, and interpersonal relationships, to work together to build a shared future for Asia and for all mankind.
Scotty, China is trying to diversify its overseas trade and really meet its demand for raw materials by seeking alternative suppliers, and Beijing's Belt and Road Initiative may be helping in part, but regardless, the markets are rattled and the world economy is hurting.
The world economies are hurting, but President Trump is boasting that the U.S. is doing well. We're also hearing from the Chinese that their economy is doing well. But is that a lot of PR? I know here in the U.S., we're hearing a lot of both sides. A lot of people both on for and against the president support these tariffs and these trade wars. Are they getting that same sort of diversity being exposed to the people in China?
Well, Chinese media, Chinese government is really trying to control the narrative. They've been censored. Citizens are concerned, but they've been censored. Trump's tweets from last week with the threats of the tariffs, when they impose the tariffs, that's all been taken down. And even recently, Wikipedia has been taken down. It was taken down in 2015, Chinese Wikipedia, but they've been accessible in other languages. But this morning, Wikimedia Foundation, which owns Wikipedia, confirmed, quote, "In April, the Wikimedia Foundation determined that Wikipedia was no longer accessible in China. After closely analyzing our internal traffic reports, we can confirm that Wikipedia is currently blocked across all language versions." Now, this happens because Beijing is known to really censor a lot of these major political events, or these things ahead of political events, and it's going to be the 100th anniversary of the Tiananmen Square, which was when students took to the streets to protest imperialism, turning into protest against the government.
Well, obviously, any type of censorship by a government is very much red flag. It's an alarming, the timing of this. That should make us question right now if the Chinese people actually know what is going on. Truthful. I don't endorse Wikipedia in any way. I think, it's always not a very strong source, but it is a source.
It's not a credible source.
That being said, said, credible source though is President Trump sometimes because he has people for and against him. What is his own party saying right now?
Well, both sides of the political aisle are actually trying to push Trump for a solution. They don't want a bad deal, but even Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that there is no win in a trade war, so he knows something's got to give. They're going to have to meet in the middle somewhere. They just want a deal fast.
We need a balance of this trade imbalance, and I think that's exactly what everybody needs and in everybody's best interest. Thank you so much for joining us, Sarah.
Hey, YouTube. Thanks for checking out our channel.
All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Achak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone and taught us the truth. Honors and salutations to all Sayakim throughout the four corners of the earth, laboring in honesty, sincerity, charity, and in sound doctrine. To the Akwatim and to the children that believe on the true names of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh, he exists, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. Alright, my name is Maka Allah Bun Gad Bun Yasharal. I'm with the Watchman Philadelphia camp here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the clip I just showed you is basically a update on the economic collapse. Alright, it's an update on the economic collapse because them trade wars, you know, that's when he's sending out them tariffs and all that. That's how things in America, the price and all that's going to boost up, you know. Like, it's going to get so bad where, like, buying a loaf of bread, it's going to cost way more than $100, man. You know? But our people don't see that. And these things are just getting more and more worse by the day, man. You know? What happened with the Dow Jones crash, like 612 points, I believe, the other day. You know? But I'm going to grab 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. But y'all should know that when it says, because Donald Trump keep talking that peace stuff and everything is cool and we're safe. All right, so this is for 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So come, man. Donald Trump keeps saying everything's cool, you know. Yeah, we're the strongest, and we're at our strongest now. He's lying, man, because he's a double-minded dude, man, you know. So what he does, man, he'll make a decision, and you could tell by his tweets, you know. One minute he's for this, and then the next minute he's against something, you know. So that dude is unstable, man. All right, but yo, back for the 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3 with the reason why I brought that out, just to let you know, man, he keeps saying everything is cool. Everything is not cool. That's why what is NBA Finals, you know, you got baseball season just started. I believe I heard Nipsey Hussle trial for the murder for his murder is supposed to go to trial. His so-called murder is supposed to go to trial. You know, so all these things that they're doing, man, is the distraction to keep you from knowing the truth. All right, this is the book of James, chapter 1 and 8. It says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right, so hey, Donald Trump is a double-minded man. Okay, because one minute he's like, yo, I'm gonna do this, and then he's like, oh, I can't. First he was calling Kim Jong-un little rocket man and all that. Then he went over there and met with him, you know, and all of a sudden it was cool, you know. That's being double-minded, man. And he talking about he gonna make America great again. No, America's never gonna be great again for the Edomites. It was never great for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and confusing the face. All right, being great. The reason why it's great is because of us. You know, our blood, sweat, and tears put this place where it built this place up to where it's at now. You know, but the Lord, you know, through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he bringing this place down, right? Because every kingdom has a rulership, a time to rule. All right, I just wanted to do this quick video. Ain't nothing too long, man. You know, straight right to the point. You know, but this economy is about to collapse, man. Matter of fact, oh man. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. how long and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So yo, that thick clay is what? That debt, man. Because America is in heavy debt. They're not telling you. Matter of fact, you can look at the USA debt clock and all that, and look how things are gradually going up through these trade wars, you know. Matter of fact, me and a dude at my job last night was talking about that, and he's like, man, they used to have a box of something that had 100 in it. He said they shortened it by 10, and now they giving you and they charging you more, you know. I'm gonna read this again, Habakkuk chapter 2 and 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long, So, yo, man, that's what these other countries is doing, because America always trying to take everybody's resources and all that. That's why you got these trade wars going on, because America wants its way. It's like a big-ass baby, man, you know, whining. Donald Trump, yo, and that's what it tells you. It says women are oppressed and children rule over us, man. And Esau's mentality is like a child. Look how Donald Trump acts, man. Just like a child, man. You know? So yeah, man. You just gotta keep your mind, watch these things. That's why all these countries are looking at, look at Iran. Iran, they don't even want to sell their oil no more. As a matter of fact, they don't want to sell their resources. I believe they sell for 60 days, man. You know? So, hey, man, things are heating up. Y'all should rather keep your eyes open, man. As we almost out of here. Call Halam Yahba Shem Yahshua Shem Chakadash for the spirit of truth, man. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom. Stay strong, Yasharala. We almost out of here. Keep your heads up. And blessings and peace and blessings to the elect. Until the next lesson, I'm going to say Shalom and death to America.